We're back, bitches, and we're better than ever. Oh.
Holy shit, it has been a while, a month to be exact. It actually took us a month to figure out what color to paint the wall behind us so you guys would stop bitching about not being able to see this.
What do you guys think?
What do you guys think?
We went with like a little minty, we were like green. Okay. Like
we actually were trying to do white and ended up with like a matte white. I don't know. We ended up with this. I hope you guys
we had a white wall. We were like, let's go white. Just a little different.
Trying different things. But I hope you guys like it. Leave a comment. Drop a comment. Tell us
we
you
don't
love
like
it.
big change.
Just slight change. Just a little bit change. Never hurt anyone. But we are officially back. Right, Bex?
Yep, we are.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
You look good.
I have a lot to say.
Oh, no. Well, before we get into this episode, we just want to tell you, what do we want to tell them? You're looking at, don't look down. We want to tell you that we love you guys.
Oh, we love you.
We love you guys. Me and Bex actually took a trip to Tulum at the beginning of this year for New Year's. And I was so surprised at the amount of people that came up to us and said that they loved the shit show.
I know. I took my first fan photo. Everyone.
She was so nervous, so excited, so cute.
I was like, wait, I want to take a pic with you.
I love it. No, we literally were I was so excited. It was so fun to see like how many fans like really enjoyed the shit show. And then we were at a COVID safe friendly party the other day.
Yeah, everyone was temperature checked in the entrance.
Yes, it was nice. It was very nice little get together shindig. And a guy actually came up to us as we were leaving and was like, I watched the shit show with the bros. And Becca was like, wait a minute. First of all, you're like, do I know you?
Yeah. Okay. I was like, I pulled Julia aside and I was like, I know this guy from somewhere, right? I thought it was maybe like somewhere, I don't know. I don't even know. So I was like, where the hell do I know this guy from? So then finally I cut him off and I was like, hey, where the hell do I know you from? And he was like, oh, he was like, you watched me get body shots taken off me in the kitchen the other, like a couple weeks ago. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's exactly what happened.
But wasn't he getting body shots? He was taking body shots of his like male friend, yes?
Yeah, he was like, he would literally like go in the kitchen and he'd point at his friend, like one of them, and he'd be like, you take a body shot off me. And then his friends were like, okay.
Do you guys do this? Is this a thing? And he wasn't he was actually a good looking dude. Like he's not bad looking. And I was like, wait, what? I don't know, weird. But anyways, he comes up to us and he's like, I watched a shit show with the bros. And we're like, oh, that's awesome. And he was like, yeah, I want to be honest, we take notes. Second person that's told us they take notes on this show, which I highly don't recommend.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
The shit show notes. But he was like, honestly, me and the guys watch the show because you and Becca are so blunt and transparent with what goes on inside a girl's head. And so that's what I decided that we're going to bring you this season. Girls are probably going to hate us for this, but I feel like they should love us for this because we're going to tell every guy what actually goes on and inside a woman's head.
Yeah, they finally don't have to read your mind. We'll just tell them.
And listen, I think this will be good. I think this is going to be a great season. We're going to have a ton of new guests, ton of new segments. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun.
Season 2? Oh my gosh.
Season 1 was a real shit show. Oh God.
Just wait till season 2.
Should we get this one started? Should we go to this episode?
Cheers.
Here we go. Let's run it.
Cheers to Hollyboob.
All right. It's been a while. Welcome back to the
Shit Show.
Brought to you by Shag Mag. Shag Mag is the one, the only digital magazine featuring the hottest women all over the internet, 100% uncensored.
100% of the time.
That is right. I am Julia Rose, and to my right, I have the lovely, the wonderful Miss
Becca.
Did you just look to the other side?
I was like, who do we? To the right.
You are to my right.
I know. But I was just like, I don't know why I was thinking, of course it's me. Duh.
Bex is on one. I love this. This is going to be a fun episode. Now, we have a special guest today. Before I introduce him, if you were around on the internet this lovely Monday, this past Monday, you may have seen a little stunt I pulled. Just a little something. Just a teeny little stunt that I pulled. And I could not have done it without my lovely guest, Mr. Jack from the JoogSquad. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. More like gentlemen. In his lovely camouflage. You may not be able to see him. He is wearing a shirt. Whether you believe us or not. Do you have a drink in your mug?
No.
Do you need one?
Maybe.
What would you like? We can have someone go grab something.
Oh, God. Something that won't kill me.
White Claw?
I
White
have
Claw, yeah.
water.
Yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
Is that water? No, it's
Jack,
not.
where are you? I can't see you.
I'd rather have tequila water.
Look. We
Camouflage.
got a claw. We got a claw. I mean a
Jude Claw.
Jude Claw. Okay, well, while I pour this, why don't you give people a little bit of rundown about you? You're from Florida.
From Florida, born and raised. Me and my friends started filming stupid videos when I
What
was 12.
part of Florida? Because that's important.
Oh, Clearwater.
Clearwater, Florida.
Best town in the world, in my
Best.
opinion.
In his opinion. I feel like he's a little biased, but it's okay.
For sure.
From Florida. You actually pulled one of the biggest pranks on Florida. Like, give us just a little bit of that.
Well, we pranked Florida twice. I really think that it's fun to prank the news and just send them a bunch of false information to see if I can get it on TV. So one time we did this whole ordeal with closing the beach. It's a really long story. You guys can check out part 1 if you want to check it out. But 2, it's a little bit easier to paint the picture. We built a giant 7-foot shark fin and attached a scuba tank to it. And then went to a private beach. And 10 of my friends from different angles took pictures and videos on 3 different occasions so that we could send it to the news from North Florida to South Florida over the span of 4 months. And eventually, like 3.5 months in, the news stations picked it up and they all started freaking out about this massive shark that had been sighted all along the coast.
Did people end up finding out it was you? I mean, guess after you released the video, yeah.
There was a ton of comments of people just like, I bet that shark has some sweet dreads and stuff like that. But no, people didn't know until we dropped our video. We had to keep our mouths shut for so long about it. That was like one of the hardest parts.
I would be so bad at that.
Oh my God, Becca would be terrible at that.
I can't keep my mouth shut.
That and you can't keep a secret. You can't lie.
I can't lie. That's why sometimes when you want to tell me something and you're like, but you can't say anything, I'm like, just don't tell me.
Yeah, it's so
'Cause
bad.
I'm the
It's
worst
literally the
liar
worst.
ever.
You can't actually, yeah, no. I'm like, you can't even lie. There's just no way. So I came up with this. You might notice our mugs. You might notice our Hollyboob mugs, courtesy of the lovely Becks. But me and Jack decided that we were gonna change the Hollywood sign to Hollyboob. I actually came up with this idea last year I was on a Shag Mag shoot. I believe it was our March Shag Mag shoot of last year. Came up with this idea. I was just trying to think, World Series kind of died down. I was like, I need that dose of adrenaline. Like, what can I do next? What's something major I could do next? What makes Hollywood Hollywood? And I was like, the Hollywood sign. So I came up with this idea, and then around October, I got sent to Jack through a mutual friend of ours, and I just DM'd him on Instagram and was like, hey, I have a crazy idea. Sign this NDA for me real quick so I can tell you and see if you'd be down. And literally call him, and luckily enough, you were like so down. You didn't even give me like any you're like, yeah, let's do it.
Well, you said that I had to sign an NDA to just hear about this idea, which immediately excited me. I was like, oh, this has to be some wild shit.
Wait, immediately excited. First of all, Julia slid in your DMs.
Oh yeah, that part was pretty cool too. I might have told my friends that, but
yeah, I was like, I don't even remember. I was just like, hey, have a good idea. Need you to sign this for me. Jumped on the phone, and he was just like, I'd expected some kind of do you think this is possible? But no, literally just like, yeah, let's fucking do it.
yeah, well, like you said, you're always looking for the next big thing, and that's kind of how I am too, just trying to always outdo the last thing that I did. And I was like, this sounds absolutely absurd, but if we pull it off, that's
it's addicting.
next level.
I'm like,
Yeah,
would you say you're an adrenaline junkie?
More than most people I know. Yeah.
Would you say you're an adrenaline junkie?
Actually, no, I don't think so.
No, not at all. That one
Yeah.
time I tried to get you to go skydiving when you weren't even skydiving.
Oh
Have you
my
ever
God.
told that story?
Yeah, I think we might have told it, but
Long story short, if you missed
cried.
that episode, I literally pranked Becca one time. I don't know if you've even heard about this. Becca literally, when I first met her, I was like, I always like to ask people, what's your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear?
Don't tell her.
Don't tell me.
Trust me. I'm like, shopping. Is
Having
my
lots
biggest fear.
of money.
I've had to
A
teach
pay raise.
myself not to be scared of stuff because a lot of the stuff I do is terrifying. I've been to the hospital 25 times, and
Holy fuck.
there's a video that's top 10 near-death experiences that I had.
Holy shit.
I don't know, maybe getting trapped in a cave or something while diving. I've done a lot of free
that'd
diving
be
and stuff,
scary.
and I've heard spooky stories. And there's actually this place that we dive a lot where the light refracts wrong. So you think you're swimming out of the cave and you're swimming to a dead end. And there's like fingernail print, like claw marks on the roof from people going the wrong way.
Oh my God, that's actually very scary. I was not expecting that.
Yeah,
like spiders.
No,
skydiving.
I don't know. Well, I'm definitely not afraid of heights. I like heights. It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. No, but I asked Becca, I was like, what's your biggest fear? She's like, skydiving. I'll never go skydiving. I was like, okay, it's good to know. So literally one day I just walk up to her, I hand her a blindfold, and I'm like, can you put this on for me? She's like, no. I was like, come on. I was like, if you take this blindfold off before I say you can take it off, you're fired. Probably I shouldn't have done. But she's like, of course it's Beck. She's so sweet and innocent. She's like, okay. Puts it on. I basically drive around the block with her in the car, and I go on a
for like 45 minutes.
For like 45 minutes. And I fake a phone call, and I say like, yeah, hey, we're about to pull in, like blah, blah, blah. And then she has earphones on, blindfolded, so like taking away all her senses.
Blasting music. I was hungover.
We were blasting Jump and like free falling, music like that, just getting so in her head. So then I get on the phone, fake phone call, and I'm like, yeah, we're pulling in, can you open the gate, blah, blah, blah. So then we keep the earphones on her. We have one of our friends who's like a professional skydiver come with like an actual parachute and strap her to him with the blindfold so on. She starts crying immediately. She's freaking out. She's like, please, 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 no, don't make me do this. We put her in the back of like a moving van with fake wind and airplane noises and have a leaf blower blowing in her hair.
It was on, so it was like shaking, and they made me like walk like down the street, so it felt like I was on like a, what do you call it?
Runway.
Like a runway.
She's like,
not the good kind.
But seriously, like starts bawling.
Crying.
And
I was like, please, no.
And then literally make her take off the blindfolds. Literally just this sidewalk.
And she's like, I'm literally jumping out of a moving van.
We have to make this
in the front yard.
We have to make this into a video. This has to. We have
post
to.
That?
No, I
You
never did
filmed it
anything.
too?
It was just so fun, just to like how you can fuck with someone's mind. And it's
That's
so fun.
elaborate. I'll give you that.
Just
Right?
like, wait, what?
So fun how you could absolutely traumatize someone so easily.
It was great. It was awesome. No, yeah. So I don't even know where I was going with that story. Oh, adrenaline junkie. You're not adrenaline junkie.
Nope.
Long story short, Becca does not like adrenaline at all whatsoever. But we do. So luckily, I found my adrenaline junkie partner. And so we start running this. We actually, what people really don't know, they kind of know now because we've done a couple of interviews, is this is our third attempt to try and do this.
Third long attempt, yeah.
Yeah. So we actually tried doing this in October. God, the process was insane. So many nights, long nights of planning. We had these
6-hour days, 8-hour days.
8-hour days of planning and prepping. So we actually found the measurements. I thought it was the funniest part because when we get caught, the cops ask us, how did you know the measurements of the letters? They're like, how did you even know that? And we're literally like, it's on your website. You literally gave us the blueprint to pull this prank. So we ended up having to get these 40 feet tarps. In the first 2 rounds, we tried getting 40 feet. We're going to do 2 tarps. And these tarps, the first time we did it, were cloth. It was insane.
Yeah, they were like 200
dead
pounds.
bodies. Yeah, like dead bodies.
It was crazy. So we like it filled up my entire living room. We ended up having to remember folding those? Such a bitch.
Like, we had to fold it with like 10 people.
Yeah, we had to like accordion style fold
Poorly.
it. Yeah. What?
I said poorly.
Yeah, it was so bad.
You're trying though.
So we ended up 250 pounds. We actually had 8 people trying to fucking send it with us.
I think we had over 10 at one point.
Yeah, I think the
There
second
was
round.
a lot of us, yeah.
The first night we go and we get up there. We tried again doing it at night. We went up at like 3 a.m. We get almost to the top of the mountain of like freaking the sun's about to come up. We're like, dude, we're not gonna be able to do this. There's just no way. So we end up ditching the tarps. We're like, fuck it. We're just not gonna do it. And we were like, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll finish the job, whatever. Everyone gets back to the house. We're fucking dead. So tired. Then we end up the next day like pumped up. People
were throwing up from exhaustion and it was so dry. Everybody's getting dirt in their mouths. It was a mess.
I was the only one to bring a water bottle with me the entire, like 8 people. And I brought one of those mini ones. I'm like, okay, we have to ration. Like everyone take the micro sips of water. So bad. So then the second night we send it, we go back up there. We have to fucking find these tarps. So it takes us like an hour just to find the tarps. Then we get up there. We get like what? 80 feet away. No, I'd say a little farther. Yeah?
Yeah. We're telling people this?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think we should tell people this.
Yeah, I mean.
They don't know where we were coming from. They can't even prove we were on the trespass. We could have been on the fence.
Yeah.
They don't know where we were. Exactly. But we get closer. not on trespassing field. No, we get a little bit closer, whatever. It's still far though.
Too far because
still far, right?
we had to take breaks. It was like everybody was getting mentally, like physically exhausted. Some people were kind of getting like angry and pissed because they didn't think we would be able to pull it off. Like we were trying to charge so hard, but it was.
So we didn't end up making
exhausting.
We ended up having to run back down the fucking hill. We heard the like helicopter being sent in, whatever. I still have scars on my leg and every time I like look at them, I'm like, oh, it would make me so mad because it just reminded me that we didn't do it, and I was just so pissed.
Yeah, I've never tried so hard at anything and failed that miserably.
Exhausted. Just, oh my God. I just remember getting back to the house at like 5:30 in the morning, just covered in dirt, like literally like blowing my nose into just being like pure dirt. And so we just pretty much put it to rest. We're like, listen, we didn't do it. We can't do it. It was like whatever. So y'all ended up going back to Florida. We chilled. And then around December, I think it was like Christmas time come around, Instagram actually deletes my my personal account with 5 million followers, and I was like pretty fucking pissed.
That's not gonna stop you.
Yeah, not gonna stop me at all. So then I text Jack, and I'm like, hey, you ready to rerun this? Like, we can do it. Let's do this. And of course, his response is,
yeah,
let's fucking do it.
I'm here. I'm here for it.
We get the squad back together. Gang's back in town. We fly everyone back in, and we are like, we are going to do it this time. And we're going to do it the right way. So we ended up doing a lot of research. Tucker, who you will meet later in the podcast, actually comes down from Tennessee sooner, and he ends up scouting, like even watching shift change. I mean, we went, oh my God, I'm stumbling. Huh? Words. We went into even the details of like shift change, how many people were up there at what times. And I really felt like even the last time we failed getting back to the house, I was like, I think we should go during the day. Like I just was like, everyone who's ever gone to the sign has done it during the day and hasn't gotten caught. Even though it sounded ridiculous to do this in the middle of broad daylight, I was
sounded genius to me. I thought that was perfect. Like broad daylight, you know. Steven said like everybody will see it if you guys do it in the middle of the day. I'm like, that makes perfect sense.
But then there's the pressure of failing.
Yeah, failing during the day
I
is
literally,
not good.
I like was reading tweets after, and someone was like, "Oh my God!" When Hollyboob was like going up, they were like, "I thought they were just like doing like a cleaning or something like that."
Just a slow sign.
Hey, we got some good insight from Bigfoot too. That was cool.
Yeah, actually, that was weird. Bigfoot apparently was up there.
Just sent us an email and told us how to go through.
So
it was
weird.
Kind of nuts.
But
we'll get into that another time.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have Bigfoot on one day. One day we'll have him on. No, so we literally were like, let's do this. I was like, so we fly everyone back in, gearing up as a team. What we do differently is we just use a canvas for a white strip for the middle of the D, not a whole tarp to make it a B. And then we use a third of the weight of a tarp, like the most light tarp we could possibly find. And we have to spray paint a 40-foot D or 40-foot B on it.
We had to paint the shit out
God,
of
that was
thing.
like the worst.
1 million cans of spray paint.
Literally, my whole
team.
forearms were sore just like spray painting it.
50 rolls of tape. Yeah.
More rope, literally having to gear up. We actually left those other tarps on the mountain from the first 2 rounds.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
The first, oh. He's like, I have no idea. I was like, what are you talking about?
I wasn't here for that.
So yeah, we ended up really, I feel like, doing a lot more planning and preparation, even though we did plan and prep a fucking shit ton.
We just had to rethink the strategy is what it was. You know,
Yeah.
It's like, all right, obviously we figured out the lighter we can make it, the better. And we need to figure out how we can get as close to the sign as possible without anyone being suspicious of us. And then when we took the hike to the top, we all kind of agreed, like, the sign's right there. We can get there so quick.
So quick, just a little hop of it.
And then it just comes to getting the tarp up there. I noticed.
Yeah, so then we have to think, how do we get the tarp up there without people seeing us carry this giant ass tarp? And so Jack's like, a stroller, a baby stroller. I'm like,
a twin baby stroller.
Genius. Bex is like, It's actually Becca's idea.
I became an aunt.
The crew was very split on that decision too. No, I think everybody was a little unsure.
I was unsure of how to fit a 6 or a 40-foot tarp into a baby stroller. I was like, there's no way. But luckily, I got like the double one. So it was like twins. But I was like, who's going to take this hike with twins? Like, what people out of their mind? Like,
Some young, healthy couple.
Newborn
Like
baby,
you guys.
literally newborn babies. I have a fake baby doll with me, like just trying to rock it as we're walking up this mountain. Security guards are literally like driving past us
And waving at us.
and waving. We're just like casual family walking with baby. And with two, like, I'm like, who believes this? Like, who does this for fun? Me and him are literally
Fuck
like,
no.
I'm like, we got to get in at least one argument on this hike because that's what like newly married couples
Especially when you're
with
hiking
babies.
up with
I
your
feel like that's
twins.
why
Yeah.
that's why I had to do that. We got in an argument. You got pissed at me. I just had to make up for it. I pushed the baby to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, Julia has to be like, I carried them for 9 months. It's your turn.
Some guy pissed off his wife and had to push twins up the mountain. You know.
Jack literally is off. He goes off the path with the stroller. He's like off-roading with the babies. I'm like, Jack, they're not going to believe there's babies in here. He's like, this is what I'd do if I was a dad. I'm
There
like,
was
oh
no
my
one
God.
around.
No,
Come
and it was
on.
funny. And then literally we get to the top and literally right before we're about to jump over the fence, I'm like, wait, these people are walking down. So I'm like, grab the baby back and I'm like, these two ladies walk past. They're like, you have twins? They're like, we both, like, they start going a spiel about like their kids and shit. They're like, we
Yeah.
both have one. Cannot believe you, like you're doing this right now. And Jack's over there like, yeah, putting up with them. It's all my response. Like just starts acting. I'm like literally rocking
it.
this
You gotta sell
fake
it.
baby. Literally
is
about to
so
jump
funny.
the fence to like go to the Hollywood sign. And I'm just like, these women are like, oh my God,
Just
what's
ditch the
what's
baby
her
after.
name? I'm like,
And she thought she was safe too, and then just set the baby on a rock because she thought she was away from the camera's view. And I was like, "Oh wait, we gotta move 10 feet this
yeah,
way."
no. Then we get to there's a rock that they thought
Stop.
they're like, let's meet at the rock. It's the only thing off camera. So I was like, okay, so we find this giant rock and we sit, and I'm like, oh, this must be the rock that's off camera.
She throws the baby down.
No, I'm
She's like,
holding
Jesus
it.
Christ.
I'm holding it by its leg, like the baby doll, just like over holding this baby doll. And Jack's like, hey, we should probably move. Like, let's go move off camera. I'm like, Jack, I've been literally holding this baby doll by the leg. If anyone's watching this camera, the cops are getting called on me for freaking being a bad mother. So then finally we move off camera. What we actually did, we went up the hill in 3 different groups. Tucker went up by himself first, scoping out, reading a nice book. Tucker's like, do you have any books I can borrow? I'm like, yeah, here, take this. It's like the Bible, just like at the top of the mountain. No, and so Tucker goes up first, kind of scouts out for cops. Then we send up 3 boys, the 3 Gs.
Who did some weird stuff at the top of the mountain?
Yeah, okay. Did you hear about this?
No, I definitely didn't. I was like, so I was
I saw
literally
some
at the
clips.
bottom. When I dropped you guys off, I was literally at the bottom, I was zooming in, and I was like, what the fuck are they doing up there? I'm like, what is going
I
on?
guess like pissed that it's not happening sooner. Our first round, Becca was actually our getaway driver, was on the police scanners. She's
I was
OG.
listening to the police scanners. I'm like, that helicopter isn't for you guys. Turned out it was.
I know. Literally, she's like, there's like
Thanks,
stab.
Beck.
She's giving us all updates like that we don't need. She's like, there's a stabbing in downtown.
I'm like,
there's a
oh
crazy
my
guy
God,
at a hotel.
couples fight.
No, Becca's literally giving us updates on all the police scanner that we don't even need the first time. Getaway driver, though, you killed it. We all piled in the car and got away, so you murdered that.
Didn't have service. Didn't know directions, but I was like, down. Down is the way.
But then this time you were watching us.
Drop off driver.
Yeah, drop off driver. You said you were watching us on your camera.
Yeah, I was like, because I need glasses. So, like, I couldn't really see. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to zoom in on my phone. So I could, like, see your guys' like, sweaters and stuff like that. Like, I could see, like, your outlines. And then, like, see someone, like, stretching and then, like, walking around and, like, taking, like, doing this. And I was like, what the hell is going on up there?
Oh, no, so get this. The 3 guys that go up, Ricky, Morgan, and Scummy, we're like, act natural when you get up there. Like, just act like tourists. He's like, act like tourists. Take pictures. Like, just wait, because we were going to take longest with the tarp. Mm-hmm. Turns out, Morgan is making Ricky take shirtless photos of him.
That's what I saw then.
Gets, like, posing, like, full on.
Because I saw, like,
posing.
this and this and then, like, this. And I was like, what the hell are they doing? And I was like, are they doing this or not?
But literally, we're like, don't act suspicious at all. Morgan full on takes his shirt off, stands at the top, flexing as hard as he possibly can. I'm like, I guess there's our distraction right there. But no, and then we finally get there. We all meet at the
Muscle
rock.
Beach.
And then I'm literally like, antsy, I'm like, okay, we gotta go. All the boys decide to take pisses at like, just like all, they're like, one's like, I gotta pee. Comes, they're like getting ready, like, the other one's like, oh no, I gotta go pee now. I'm like literally amped up with this fake baby ready to jump this fence. Finally, we send it. I end up throwing the baby. I didn't think I was gonna ever see that thing again.
Play the clip.
Definitely throw the baby. Right before we jumped the fence, whoever put the tarp in the stroller didn't bungee the tarp together. They just put it in the stroller. The guys take the tarp out, and word for word, I say, guys, we need to bungee this before we jump the fence. There's no way y'all are going to be able to easily carry this with it just unfolding. Like, there's just no way. Guys, like, no, we got to do it. We got to do it. Just go.
The bungees were the wrong size, too, which sucked. One couldn't clip around, and 2 was loosely around. So we were just screwed.
This is another, like, thing of just guys just not listening to me because I am the only girl on the team, and they're like, no, we don't need to do it. Just send it. Jump over the fence. The minute.
We were right.
What?
We did it.
We did it, but it would have been a little bit easier if it would have been bungee.
I agree.
Ricky's fucking falling down the mountain backwards. We all get there finally.
3 times in a row.
Oh, God, 3 times in a row. So bad. So funny. Just rolling down this fucking mountain. We unwrap the tarp. Somehow. We had to, like, end up flipping it and unwrapping it completely, which wasn't the plan, but we ended up doing it anyways. Well, one thing we were scared of is the guards coming down.
That was our main concern, was being able to tie it up before somebody came down and just, like, physically stopped us.
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan going into it. We were like, do not stop until, like, I wasn't
stopped.
Yeah, do not stop until you're stopped. But, like, I don't know why, but no one came down. But I think, how long do you think until they sent in the helicopter?
That helicopter was there so quick.
It was so quick.
No, it seemed
and they
like
were talking
4
shit.
Yeah, I heard them talking shit.
They were like, this looks like shit. You guys don't know what you're doing.
You guys are bad.
They're like, give up now.
No, I heard like, this is bad, guys. This is really bad.
Just talking mad. And I was like, oh yeah. So then I just like looked
Not
up.
Not like trouble
and
bad, like our work was terrible.
Yeah,
like,
they were
like,
saying
really?
that we sucked at like which we did at first, don't get me wrong. So we literally get up there and I will remember right before we left the house, Jack, I looked at you and I said, Jack, do you want to practice your throws? Because he had the hardest, you did have the hardest job of the whole mission, I feel like, is throwing a rope with a weighted bag.
I think pushing the stroller up was harder than that.
No way. That's because that's just, man, like, this is skill. Like, you have to be able to do that.
It was just so steep that, like, I couldn't get depth in my throw. So the time, like, I hit the sign, like, 3 or 4 times.
No, but I remember right before we left that morning, it was raining, so, like, everything was delayed, and we're like, all right, like, let's do a little bit of practice on. So I was like, Jack, do you need to practice your throws? He looked at me, he's like, nah, I got this. I literally looked at Ari, and I was like, watch. First throw, hits the sign. So first throw, misses the sign completely. Second throw, it made it, but, like, went, like,
through the hole,
through the middle. Like fuck it, we can't do that.
Almost.
Ricky's like, come on guys, he's like trying to bail. Ricky's already like out. He's like, I'm out. Like, let's just give up. I'm like, Ricky, I looked at Ricky, he's like, we are not fucking giving up. I feel like we were in the trenches together. So there's people behind us, literally watching the entire show. They were actually cheering for us. You can hear it on the camera footage. They're like, come on, you can do this. So then, right before, so as we're planning this as well, Morgan, bless his soul, I love him. He literally helped plan so much and literally came last minute with us because we needed an extra person.
He did.
Wanted to use, what is it called? The thing he wanted to use.
Oh, a cabiner.
No, not a cabiner. The thing that holds the rope.
A belay.
Belay.
Yeah.
So Morgan is like headstrong about using this belay. That like basically it's like when you pull the rope, it holds it, right?
Yeah, I
and
remember
he's like,
that. I remember Jack being like, there's no fucking way you're going to convince me to put that
on. Jack was like, absolutely fucking not. He's like,
I've flown kites that are like 6 meters, like the size of this table, and they've taken me like 20 feet in the air. That's like a 50 by 40 foot tarp that if the wind hits it, you're gone. That thing's doing whatever it wants.
So Jack,
I'm
Morgan.
just imagining Morgan like, no, trust me.
No, literally.
What did you say the worst that could happen was?
He's like, literally, the worst thing that can happen is you just slam into the side. Get this. We get there. Morgan has the rope in his, what is it called again?
A belay.
A belay. Morgan has the rope in his belay. Slams it into the sign as literally as hard as possible. So bad. It's literally, it just, all these moments just flash back to like where you literally called what exactly happened.
Yeah, he's like, trust me. He's like, what's the worst thing can happen? Flash forward.
Bam! Literally hits.
It was like out of a cartoon.
So
I looked up and this man is just
so bad.
Flying through the air.
So,
we all checked on him though, make sure he was okay. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure every single person ate shit.
We all checked on him. It's like, you good? He's like, yeah.
Can't remember where he is all of a sudden. Tucker's fucking killing it on the D too by himself.
Throwing up everywhere.
Well,
Tucker's killing it on the D?
Tucker, our man from Tennessee.
Liven up on that, dude.
I love it. Come here really quick, Tux. Do you think the other guys are going to make it, or should I just call Tucker up right now?
I think they'll be here.
You think so?
You should come up.
Yeah, come up, Tux. Woo!
Is this vodka?
No, don't give that. He doesn't need that.
I do need something.
Take a sip.
It's White Claw.
We'll be quick, Tux. So this is Tucker. This is our man, Tennessee. Give it up for Tux.
He deserves it.
He does
held
deserve
it
it.
down.
He actually, you've helped the most with like getting the materials and the prepping. I'd say like you're literally like a little engineer. You. No, you're not.
Tucker, you made moves, dude.
Tucker did. Literally, that was the cops when we were in jail, which we'll get to. The cops was like, dude, whoever did the D was literally like, you were on it. Like, you just one man missioned it. But apparently, you were throwing up.
Profusively.
Wait, this isn't on. Oh, wait, there you go. Plug that in. There you go. Talk.
When I was all over the D, I was puking off the D.
Why was it the climb, you think? Just like
Yeah, I think it was
Were you
all of it.
There was a mixture of not eating,
being nervous?
being really nervous, a lot of adrenaline.
Did you throw up the minute you got up there?
No, it was like I was like up there. I was doing the sign. I got it done, and then I realized there was a fucking gap in the sign, and I'm like, oh shit. And then like, I had to go around all these wires and stuff that like I tied off, and like right around there, like I was like, oh, if I fall, I'm like definitely gonna die. So like I started getting really nervous, and like, and then I put like the zip ties in my hand or in my mouth to like free my hands more, and like I think like the taste of the zip ties kind of just like we're like fuck no. And so I started like puking off the D, and I finally get
Becca's probably puked off a D a couple times.
Yeah, you know, it just makes you gag. Sometimes.
I mean, one time I had a girl puke on my D.
Oh my
one
god!
time.
Okay, we're not. No.
I'm serious.
Wait, are
I'm
you
like
serious?
I'm not even fucking kidding. Like I'm not kidding. I was like,
What do you do?
I just sat there. I was like,
Where do you live?
Have
get-
you
I was like, can-
honestly puked on a D, Bex?
I was like, can you
No,
get a
no,
towel?
no.
Bex holds that shit down. You know, Bex has a sex before the first date.
I'm actually a virgin
Before
still.
the first date.
Before the first date. It's okay. We'll get into that later.
One time.
One time. Okay, so no, you're throwing up. But I remember too, you looking at me and you're like, someone needs to go tell me if it looks good. I remember you climbing down, running to see if it looked good, and then running back up the D to fix something.
Well, I dropped my bag. Yeah, which wasn't
Poor
very
Tucker
fun.
was literally we were 5 of us on the W. He was by himself, strapping the shit in the middle of the D.
I would have traded jobs.
No!
No, I'm really happy that I was on the
so
D.
hard. Yeah, I would
And
have
then
been too. That's what I'm saying.
Poor Tux. We get to the police station after all this too. Just really quick.
Oh yeah, and then like I really like so we get to the police station and like we're all strapped.
Fast
we're-
forward
we're-
a whole lot. There's
Yeah.
so much more.
We'll go back, but I just want Tux to
Yeah,
tell his
no,
story
for
real
sure.
quick.
This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part for sure.
So like we're all like handcuffed to a bench looking into a wall that's like 2 feet away from us, and it's just kind of like really. It's been like 3 hours. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta shit really bad, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna be out pretty soon, but like these guys are really taking their time, and so like I asked them, I was like, yo, can I take a shit? And they're like, yeah, come back to the bathroom. They took my handcuffs off, which was really nice because they put them on way too tight, and my arms like they were like hurting really bad. And so like I get to the stall and I'm like, oh, this is weird. There's like no door or whatever. So like I'm like about to shit, and like they both come right where the door is supposed to be, and like looking at me, and I'm like, yo. Like, I can't shit in front of people. Like, I can piss all day, but I can't shit. But yeah,
Just a little shy.
Shit shy.
I am very shit shy. If I can poop in front of you, you can be my wife. Also, I'm looking for a wife.
He's looking for a wife. So
I'm
if you guys
looking
need to
for a
find
wife.
him, what's your Instagram, Tux? Tell him so they can.
My Instagram is Tucker Hennessy.
Yeah. So any girls looking for a poop shy guy that likes to throw up on the.
Tucker,
Just kidding. Tucker is literally the man. I swear, he's the man. He's the man in Nashville. You do so much. Like, you're insane. You work with, like, if you watch those movies where one person plays all the roles, it's literally Tucker. He has, like,
Or like when they play a bunch of instruments and then the whole band.
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
band.
That's Tucker, for sure. Thanks, Tux. We appreciate you helping us
Yeah,
in this
no
mission. Give it up for Tux,
Dude.
ladies and gents. No grapefruits this time.
best dry humor I've
What
ever
a star.
heard.
Dude, insane. So, yeah, Tucker was on the D, fucking killing it, literally throwing up at the same time. Oh, wait, we didn't tell. I'll tell it for you.
Fucking.
So then we get back or we're at the W. Tucker actually ends up coming down from the D and helping us with the W. Ricky and Morgan end up running down the mountain trying to like get away before they had sent 2 helicopters in. At this point, I'm literally like flashing the helicopters. Meanwhile, you're on top of the fucking W because these poles, basically we had put 2 shower curtain poles to kind of tighten the end so that it wouldn't like...
It wouldn't droop, you know. It was holding on from like a 5 foot section instead of just like one point, and otherwise it would have just looked like shit. But we were so close at that point.
Yeah, so...
Like we have it pulled most of the way up.
But those poles fucked us. They got stuck in the middle of the W. I literally am like, Jack, you have to climb. I couldn't reach the ladder. I would have climbed with you. But Jack literally somehow, there is a picture. It is the most insane picture. It looks fake. Have you seen it? Yeah.
Looks like it's just like copy pasted Jack on there.
Jack is literally sitting at the top of the W, straddling the W, pulling these tarps up like insane.
Mission impossible at that point.
With his hoodie on.
That was
just
improvised.
like,
We were not supposed to climb it. We were doing everything we could to not climb it.
Then we had, another thing is when you threw the rope, I guess it knotted, and the knot at 1.2 got stuck. We couldn't pull the knot over the W in time to like to get it up.
But we put all 4 of us, all 4 of
Ricky
the guys
again.
that were there.
Ricky was like, "Fuck this, I'm out." I'm like, Ricky, no, pull it together. We got this. So we end up popping the knot off. It was chaos. I have to say, Scummy had a GoPro in his mouth the whole time filming it, which you're dropping. You already dropped the footage. If you're watching this, you've already dropped the footage on JoogSquad. But Scummy literally has this GoPro in his mouth, helping tie the ropes, helping me in the front. I'm literally helping the front, like getting the sign. The one thing that did save us is the wind had the sign like suction cupped to the W, which was really sick.
Blowing it up. It was amazing.
Really sick.
It was exactly what we needed.
Literally exactly.
God was like...
I was thinking about that the whole car ride too, and the whole morning. I was like, what's the wind doing? I was checking it like over and over again throughout the night. First thing in the morning, I was like, it looks perfect. But I didn't say that to anyone because I didn't want to jinx it.
So Tucker literally comes over to help us with the W. And Tucker grabs the rope. Poor dogs. Literally love you for coming out and helping us do this. Tucker grabs the ropes and takes flight. I guess Scummy, someone let go of the other end. All you see is Tucker's feet shoot like 5 to 6 feet in the air.
It was like 8 feet once, or like 10 feet once he swung. He was up there.
Insane. He has blisters. What's up? Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. He has blisters all over his hands from doing it. But we accomplished the W. We got 2 helicopters on us. We're kind of taking our time at that point because we're literally like, what's the point?
We're caught. Let's make it look good.
So we make it look good. We stop and take some pictures on the way down. We're literally like walking down the mountain at this point, and I see cops. How many like?
There was a brief celebration too, you know.
Yeah, we all hugged.
We moved it from the top. You yelled at me. I was like climbing halfway down, and you were like, "You got to fix the middle," and I climbed up to the middle and like flipped that piece up.
So sad.
And then at that point, we're like looking around. We look at the D. We look at the B. We're like, "That's 2 B's. Do we fucking do it?" We all started like celebrating.
Scummy's like, "We made it say boob. We did it. Hollyboob, mission accomplished." God, that feeling is like no other. Just like
I know.
I was so happy to go to jail. I was like, it's done. I was like, let's go. Let's walk straight to the 15 cops that are right there. We're good.
Surrender.
Yeah, I was literally waiting for you guys, and so I got a call, and they were like, "Oh, like, is it clear down there? Like, are there cops coming over here?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "You guys are good. Like, what's a helicopter gonna do? You know?" Hang up the phone.
What's a helicopter gonna do?
20 seconds later, I kid you not, literally 23 cops passed by me, like. So then I'm like trying to call back, and then my service doesn't work. So then I'm like texting everyone. I'm like, "Cops, hey everyone, cops," because I was like, I'm the getaway car. So if everyone thinks like, "Oh, there's no cops," and they come down here, then I'm just gonna be like fucked.
Good job. Banks. No, you played your role.
Banks is the best. No cops. Literally so many. There's like 10 cops at the bottom.
I was like,
we surrender. We walk down peacefully. They're like, "Do you know why you're getting arrested?" I'm like, no way. I have no idea why I'm getting arrested right now. She's like, "Are you aware that you're trespassing?" I was like, "Ma'am, I had no idea I was trespassing." The cops are actually really nice. Really, we see like the news helicopter above us at one point. Yeah.
From what I hear, some of the cops didn't want to listen to what half of us said, and like the other cops, like the cop car that I was in, they were like rolling the windows down for us and like asking us questions about Florida and stuff. What? But I don't want to say not every cop was nice, but most of the cops were very nice. Aside from my handcuffs being way too tight, and Morgan putting his handcuffs on backwards.
Morgan put his handcuffs on like this.
Why?
He had him handcuffed on. I don't know.
Like 2 hours in, I'm sitting next to him on a steel bench. He's like, I feel like I'm in a chokehold. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, my handcuffs are backwards. I'm like,
Gave
damn,
him his
dude.
hands backwards.
The cop comes up. He's like, hey, man, are my hands supposed to be like this?
So bad. Yeah, and I was in my cop car on the way
I was
back.
like, no,
why would you request your handcuffs?
Maybe he didn't know. I don't know.
No,
I was
they
in.
fixed him though. I felt really bad, but I could not stop laughing. I
God.
thought I needed
out.
something to laugh about sitting in that jail.
It was bad. I was actually I was by myself, and when I was in the cop car on the way to the station, one cop car pulled up next to mine, and they're like, "Did you see Hollyboob? That shit's insane!" Like one cop to the other, and one of the girl cop that was driving, she's like, "Yeah, I got one of them in the back of a car right now." She's like, "Can I say hi?" Like rolls down my window. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" So funny.
Can I get your autograph?
I told the one cop, I was like, hey, can you do that thing where you flip your sirens on at a red light and drive through it? And we pull up to a red light.
No way.
I swear to God, flips his sirens on and fucking gags me. I
No
was
way.
like,
No, so then we get booked. I'm separate from the guys. We're booked for like 8 hours. The funniest part to me was I was dying. Is all you see at one point, we had been in there for like 3 hours. All you see at one point is them roll in the stroller with the baby.
Oh my God, yeah, that was like the first thing I saw after Jack came out and I was there to pick y'all up. They like rolled out the stroller with like the baby and the blankets, and I was like, thank you. You guys could just like toss it in the back.
they were taking pictures of the stroller inside too. The one cop was like, you know, that's pretty smart. That's
Yeah,
really
they're like,
smart.
then they picked up the weight and bag, and they're like, this was to throw it over, like to put it down. And Jack was like, yeah. And they're like, how many movies did you guys watch before doing this?
A lot of seasons of Survivor.
Oh
for
my
me.
God. Yeah, it was funny.
We slowly start getting out after being processed one at a time. Like it was like increments of like 30, 40 minutes for each of us to get out because they had to process us like one at a time, I guess.
I was last to get out, but it was 8 hours in jail. I can't wait to see that mugshot. I was like, can I smile? Am I allowed to smile? Get my good side, please, the lighting.
Did you smile?
I did.
Drop a comment if you guys want mugshot t-shirts.
Yeah, we
I
have
think
to do
that'd be sick.
mugshot t-shirts for sure.
But hey, we're outside the jail and some guy comes up to us. Like, we're so happy to be out. We had like waters. Like, we were super thirsty in there. And some guy's like, hey, is the jail open? And Ricky goes, yeah, man, just pee outside. They'll take you in.
Oh my God.
But he like didn't speak English, so I don't think he understood. He tried to walk in through the gate and they yelled at him. It was funny.
It was freezing in there too. It was so cold. It was cold.
Yeah. I mean, for
That was
jail,
my first
I've
time
heard
getting
it was
arrested.
great.
Was that your first time getting arrested?
Yeah, somehow. I have no idea how that's
I'm
possible.
surprised.
I am too.
That was my first time getting arrested. I was detained for the World Series. Surprisingly not arrested.
I got detained out here and I got filming without a permit charge, and I wasn't allowed to film in LA for a year because I did golf course air horn. They pulled out guns. We were all in ghillie suits. They're like, bro, we're just air horning people. They like,
Oh my God.
get on the ground. Never been through that before.
Have you ever been arrested?
No, but actually once I got my car broken into and I was like going to meet my friends out like for like dinner or whatever, and like there was like a cop or whatever, so he was like, oh, just like put in a report, and then he like dropped me off.
I've gotten rides home from college.
He was like, yeah, he was like, do you want like a ride there? And then I was like, oh my God, I was like so late. I was like, this is a perfect excuse.
Oh my God.
So then the cop comes out. He was like to my friends, he's like, does anyone want to take a Snapchat? And I like come out of the cop car. I'm like, sorry, I'm late, bitches.
Didn't you get banned from IKEA too?
Oh yeah, I got banned from IKEA in like middle school.
I got banned from Checkers.
Checkers. What's Checkers?
It's like a fast food restaurant.
Why did you get banned from Checkers?
Because I filmed a prank there, and the lady called the cops and said that I was pointing a gun laser through the window when it was a GoPro on my dashboard blinking red. So they showed up like guns drawn,
Oh my
like
God.
put me
How
on the
many times
ground
have you had
and
guns
shit.
drawn on you?
Twice.
Okay, just at Checkers and
Wow.
the golf course.
Yes.
I was banned from Vons too.
Wait, why were you banned from Vons?
I was just like, me and my friends would just like fuck around when we were like younger. And it was like always the worst because then it's like you're in middle school, you know, and then you're like, your mom's like, okay, come get in the car. We're going to IKEA. And I was like, fuck, dude. Oh my God. So I'd be like, I'm like, oh, stomachache. And you like wait in the car. They have like in the office, they have like my photos. It's like wanted.
What? At IKEA, Vaughn's, MLB stadiums, Checkers, and you were banned from, I guess, LA filming.
I'm also not allowed to shark's tooth hunt in parts of Venice.
Oh my God. People are so rude.
My
Us
friend was
with the
banned
other-
from Target. Oh, that was the worst. Because then I'd be like, oh, you can't even come to Target with me.
Do you
That
think
sucks.
do you really think they pay attention? I think, you know what we should do one week? We should go all the places like that have banned us. I should go to MLB game. You should go to Checkers.
We went to IKEA. We actually snuck in through the back.
We actually did sneak in through IKEA. Sorry to that lady we lied to. I told her that. We told a lady that our mom was waiting for us inside. She believed
She's
us.
like, how
There
old
was
are
a
you?
line to get in IKEA. It was like Disneyland. And I was like, we only have 30 minutes. We just have to run and grab one thing. We literally walked to the
They
front.
didn't have the one thing. So
They didn't even have the one
thing.
thing. But we literally walked to the front. I'm like, our mom's waiting inside. Go get her. She's like, oh yeah, go ahead. I'm like, what the fuck?
How about being
Like,
in jail?
we're in. You guys need to fucking up your security, you fuckers.
So Tucker literally, as we're in jail, yesterday. Holy shit, that was yesterday.
God damn.
Tucker's literally like, so you guys gonna have tougher security at the side now? I'm like, basically like laughing in their faces. That he's like, yeah, y'all should probably put a camera. There's that one area on the fence they don't have a camera. I guarantee there's gonna be cameras there now.
Yeah, I bet they're going to even put up a new fence. But it was really funny, though. We were in jail. We're all sitting there like, is this going viral? Like, what's going on? And I swear one cop walks in and goes, hey, JoogSquad. And then, what?
Or park rangers.
Yeah, and like the park rangers showed up too. And I guess like they got wind of it pretty quickly. They actually showed us my Instagram post. He walks up with it and was like, hey, man, I saw you post on Instagram. I was like, I did, but I had like one of my guys post it for me. And then they started showing us articles and shit. So we're in there, we're like, all right, it's going viral. It's getting on the news. Get out, though. My phone had probably never been that blown up in my entire life.
It's insane.
Which was
My
cool.
family was like, are
That's
you
what we were hoping
serious?
for when we were in there, you know?
What'd your family say?
Oh, they were all so stoked. My family and all of my friends were so stoked. Like, my whole hometown was just going crazy.
My mom was like, this is sick.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick. There they are. We should have you guys come up. We were just talking about you guys. We were having fun without us. Come here, Scummy Ricky. Telling you what a brave man you are, Ricky. How you didn't want to bail once. Come here.
Get
yes,
in here,
you have to
bro.
come say
Get
hi at
in.
least once. Ricky, come here. Come here, Scum.
I'm in.
We got scum dog.
Yeah.
How was it, Scum?
Here, you sit for a sec, dude.
How was what? The rock and roll mission?
The rock and roll mission, Scum. Give us your take. This is the man, the legend, that ran with a GoPro in his mouth.
Hell yeah.
Had white paint.
I'm
I still
coughing
have
paint.
white paint in my belly button. You had white paint all over your face.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see my mugshot.
Oh my
Probably look
gosh.
sick. Came from a Kiss concert.
He turned around at one point with the GoPro. Was like, "We made it, boobs! Yeah!" So sick, so sick. Give us some scummy intel. Are you gonna get Hollyboob tattooed on your butt now?
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
You have to do it though.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tattoo scummy. You even shaved the face for it. I loved it. You got ready? Aerodynamic.
Yeah. Maybe the wings that fly in the wind, you know.
Ricky, get in
He's
here.
floating.
You have to say hi. People have to put a face to your name. We've been telling them stories this entire time. Come on,
I must
Tugs.
say,
Tugs,
editing
this
the
is the
video,
dream. The
he
dream
has
team.
some of the highlights for sure.
Come on,
Get over here.
look at us. This is the here, Rick.
Preston, come right here.
Rick, tell everyone.
It was crazy.
That's all you have to say, Rick.
Say it in the mic.
Say it in the
I
mic.
was not ready for all that.
Why not?
Hey,
I've
Ricky
never done
also
something like that before.
didn't know he was doing that. I just
Yeah.
told him about another idea, and then he was going to help film for us, and then he got signed up for the whole shebang.
Ricky, you killed it.
Thanks, guys.
Especially taking shirtless pictures of Morgan. I'm sure you maybe should pursue photography.
That was not planned.
Oh, this is the dream team minus Morgan, who maybe is recovering from slamming into the sign. But
I haven't
this is
seen
us,
him.
baby. Huh?
Where is he? I haven't seen him.
He's recovering.
Oh, man.
We'll see him in a couple days. Give it up for our SEAL Team 5, Titty Team 5. Oh my God.
Sign me up for the next one.
Yes. What do we do? That is the question. Now the question of the day, Jack, is what do we do next?
I already told you just got to come to Florida.
I know.
Yeah.
We actually do have something planned next. We obviously can't spill the beans just yet, but
Spilled beans.
what do you think it is, Bex?
I don't know. I don't know. No one tells me anything.
Yeah,
You can
because
tell
you
everyone.
can't keep the secret.
Hey, it might not be this week or next week or next month, but the best is definitely yet to come.
Oh my
I
God,
think.
it is. It is. All right. That about wraps it up for this fucking episode of the
Shit show.
That's right. Next week, we will officially be back in our shit show ways. We got new guests, new segments, and we're spilling everything you need to know about sex, dating, Becca fucking before the first date. It's going to be a good fucking season, guys. You do not want to miss this one.
We're
Grab
getting
the boys.
drunker than ever.
Send the boys the group text. We are officially back, baby. And all of our fans that need help in the love department, we're going to bring back Lover's Corner with the Q&A. So if you have any questions about relationships, dating, sex, please email us at contact@shagmag.com. Yes?
Can I just ask you a question?
Yes.
I just wanted to ask one question this whole podcast. What do you guys look for in a guy?
What do you look for in a
Just
guy?
one
Bex?
question.
Well, someone that likes to eat out.
Eat out you?
Oh, yeah, that too. Yelp says I'm the best place
That's
to
your
eat
number
out.
one thing is literally a guy that likes to eat out. Becca's standards are very low.
No, okay, wait, I'm so nervous. Hold on.
I eat out all the time.
He has to have eyes.
He has to have eyes and likes to eat out. That's Becca's standards. I don't know. I think I just need someone genuine,
Funny.
funny. Yeah, someone that makes you laugh. I feel like looks only last so long. You definitely need someone with a personality. I don't know. Are you taking notes?
What?
Are you taking notes?
Maybe.
I need
Yeah,
someone with long blonde dreads, camouflage, black beanie, willing to risk their lives to help me change the Hollywood sign.
I think I know someone like that.
It's been a good podcast. Thank you guys for coming.
Where can they find you? Tell them.
Subscribe to JoogSquad.
The JoogSquad.
Yeah.
Spell it for them.
JoogSquad. We got the whole. Well, it's crazy. Like my video is a completely different perspective from everything that we talked about, but they go hand in hand. So if you watch that one, I hope you're watching this one from that one. And if you're watching this one, you should definitely watch that one.
It's going to be
too.
insane. What do we remind them to do, Bex? Oh, wait, really quick. Remember to check out iTunes early for the audio. It's going to be released on Tuesdays. And leave us a 5-star review because we're coming after all. We're going to be the top podcast this year, right?
Yeah,
Shit Show's
we
going to be
are.
#1, baby. We're coming for the #1 spot.
We fucking are.
We fucking are.
Like the fucking video.
Yeah, give us a 5-star comment.
Yeah, 5 stars for
Or what?
5 stars.
Or what? What are you
You
going
know
to do?
how I raised my Uber rating? I was holding my Ubers at gun. I'm just kidding.
Don't say
I'm kidding. Okay, cut that.
Not got that. Not getting that. What do we remind them to do, Bex?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Leave a comment if you missed us. We are back. See you guys next Thursday.